And here we go in the top 12 matchup here. Attendant versus Gridman. Gridman starting out strong, but we'll have to be careful with that hammer saw. Gridman getting underneath, but taking some hits from the hammer onto that spoiler. Supplying it with the downforce needed to get underneath Attendant, to be sure. And slamming Attendant, going spinner on spinner. We'll want to avoid that for sure, and we'll do so for now, but Gridman sending it close to that low wall. Gridman starting out in the lowers bracket, or in the last chance qualifier, and has made it all the way to the top 12. Might even go top 8 here if it can just get Attendant down the pit. We'll have to turn right, but... And here we go! Gridman will move on to the top 8. Anyways, Yellowheart trying to join SSS Gridman in the top 8, making a terrific lower bracket run. Starting in the lowers bracket in the last chance qualifier, and slamming Captain Safeguard, who's dropped down from the upper bracket into that hammer.
I would slam Captain Safeguard.
Okay. And then the two robots will just get stuck together here, unfortunately. Well, Yellowheart's got to be careful for that big spinning blade. Although Yellowheart usually likes to stay underneath opposing robots. Well, the design of Captain Safeguard shows right there why that's not really the best strategy here. Now at this point, oh no. Without any top armor at all, Yellowheart will need to figure out how to end this fight quickly. Otherwise, Captain Safeguard will end the fight for it. Yellowheart pushing Captain Safeguard into that hammer. Oh, Captain Safeguard will free itself in dramatic fashion, sending itself careening back into that hammer. Yellowheart trying to push it back over, but the disc of Captain Safeguard slamming onto the top of it. Yellowheart overturned from Captain Safeguard's disc, and unfortunately, that might just be all she wrote. Oh. The number 2 seed in Anthropology 2, not wanting to go out in the top 12 against 8 Wheels of Terror. Both these robots starting in the upper bracket and has found their way into a do-or-die situation. 8 Wheels of Terror wanting to shove Anthropology 2 into the pit, but Anthropology 2 spins away, ends up against that wall. 8 Wheels of Terror comes after it once again, as Anthropology 2 wobbles about. 8 Wheels of Terror not sure how it wants to mount an attack with that awkwardly shaped machine. 8 Wheels of Terror will also want to avoid finding itself down in the pit like it unfortunately backed into in its last match. Right now, Anthropology, right where it wants to be in the middle of the arena, as it goes after 8 Wheels of Terror, who swings underneath Anthropology 2 once again, flipping it upside down, but Anthropology 2 certainly doesn't care about that. It'll just continue directing its spinner against 8 Wheels of Terror, who throws it across the arena. And Anthropology 2 finding its treads, and will hunt down 8 Wheels of Terror, who throws it and itself across the arena, with the two weapons getting tangled up a bit. Anthropology 2 breaks off a piece of that wedge, but 8 Wheels of Terror tries to get it out of the arena, will kind of pin it up against the wall, wants to take advantage of this, but goes right underneath Anthropology 2. maybe losing its chance there, but will go right after it once again. Will swing itself all around the arena, narrowly avoiding the hammer, and try nipping at Anthropology 2 once again. Just kind of swinging right underneath it. Anthropology 2 swings itself off the floor, and here comes 8 Wheels of Terror once again. Oh, takes a heavy hit from the hammer. Considering the amount of damage it's taken already, just halfway through this match, it'll want to avoid taking any unnecessary damage. As Anthropology 2 continues just to chew right into it. Another massive hit from Anthropology 2, tearing away some of that front armor off of 8 Wheels of Terror. And with that hit, Anthropology 2 is looking to finish off 8 Wheels of Terror, dealing even more damage. 8 Wheels of Terror is just barely hanging on. Fortunately, missing its chances early on to turn it over the arena or into the pit. Now we have a revenge match with Punterator once more matching up against Hurricane 3. Punterator knocking Hurricane 3 down in the lower bracket already, but Hurricane 3 is coming out with some heat. Started off strong. Yeah. Started off strong last match against Punterator as well, though, so it'll want to keep up this pressure, not fall the Punterator special, the spike balling disc, like it did before. Hurricane 3, much like the initial matchup, getting underneath Punterator early. Now, pinning it between its own spinner and that of the arena. Still stand behind Punterator like it really needs to, sending it flying against the high wall. That would have just plain cleared it out of the low wall, but
getting punted.
it sure is. Slammed against the wall. Hurricane 3 not giving Punterator any chance to get underneath whatsoever. With oh, Punterator shearing away.
Ooh,
a lot of that support armor on the left side of Hurricane 3. Hurricane 3 sending Punterator just on the edge of the wall, but somehow stays in. Punterator again, thrown out of the arena. Hurricane 3 gets its revenge, slaying the dragon.